you know, it's the game gonna test you. It's ups and downs.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, you gotta be who you are at all times.
Jackson, Mississippi has experienced a spike in killings, with more than 150 murders last year, and about 4 in 10 remain unsolved.
Yo, it's your boy Ted Bailey with the Neapoltan Ice Cream Pod. We got my guy with us today. A little turbulent, excuse us. But we got my guy Neal out with us, Neal Lancaster, and we wanted to bring him out to talk through, you know, his job and what he does on a day-to-day basis while we hit a few golf balls around. But I'm gonna let my guy Neal take it away and give us, you know, your name, your title, and kind of how we met a little bit, just a little background.
All right. Hey y'all, I'm Neal Lancaster. I am an associate at a government affairs firm here in Jackson. Met Ked out here on the golf course, actually, Pete Brown, for the win, and we're just out here having a good time.
Tell us, man, in regards to your job, like, break it down for us. Like, what does a day-to-day look like? Like, so you know, start your day out, I guess you drink a cup of coffee, I'm not sure, I mean.
Yeah, get into the office, get some coffee, check emails, read the news, kind of get into the day. I mean, I work in government affairs, so kind of my schedule's kind of dictated by the legislature and stuff like that. So during the legislative session, I'm at the Capitol pretty much every day. You know, advocating for clients and meeting with folks, going to committee hearings, drafting memos. We do a little bit of everything, so it's pretty much how a day for me goes.
Bogey, and we're playing against a par. So my guy, so when you say, you know, you're drafting memos and, you know, you're doing the legislature meetings,
yeah,
what does that entail? Like, is that just like somebody getting up doing PowerPoints, or like, how does that even look for your job? Like, what are those meetings mostly about?
Yeah, it kind of depends on, you know, what committees are meeting. You know, sometimes if it's something business related, you know, we have a lot of business clients. You know, we've got healthcare clients, so, you know, anything relating to healthcare, insurance, stuff like that. Just kind of depends on what the legislature's talking about. You know, we try and, you know, advocate for our clients and their interests and things that they want to see changed, and then sometimes the legislature has, you know, their ideas of what they want to see change, and so you kind of try and, you know, have a discussion and you know, meet somewhere in the middle. And then, you know, at these hearings, there's usually some folks giving testimonial and stuff like that. So, you know, just pretty much documenting what all's going on.
Oh, okay, I got you. So just documentation to a super detailed
can be, yeah, absolutely. If you're getting into healthcare related stuff, you know, there's a lot of certain terms. You know, I'm not by any means a healthcare expert, but
yeah, I got you.
We like to say we know enough to be dangerous, but you know, you may not know everything, but you know a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like recruiting. Kind of just know the basics and enough to talk about it, but not the crazy detail. Okay, so with that being said, what would you say is something that no one really knows about in your role that might be like misconstrued or
You know, like lobbyists can get a bad rep, you know, and a lot of politicians get a lot of hate, but you know, kind of have to remember that they're people too, and you know, add a little human aspect to it. You know, they're just folks that have to represent their communities and their people, and so, you know, just because you disagree with somebody doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
So my guy Neal just teed, and we are sitting right here on a par 5, not terribly far out. And so I'll let you hit. Good swing, dude. Good swing.
Maybe we should have the camera out all the time, I guess.
And if you don't mind, you can get a video of my shot. But yeah, man, I wanted to ask you basically, what would you say the pros and cons are of your job? You know, give me like, you know, the best part, the part you really love the most, and then I guess in a general sense, what most people hate, if not yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, honestly, from my point of view, it's, you know, something I wanted to do for a long time. Since I was younger, I was kind of interested in the government/politics space of things. Pros, you're not stuck in the office all the time. You're out and about, on your feet. You get to talk with a lot of folks, which I think is a really great aspect. Cons, you know, during the sessions, long hours. You know, it's a grind. You're kind of on call all the time. Just kind of depends. I mean, that's, you know, natural grind. So
on that side of things, what would you say a successful day looks like in your role?
You know, definitely getting out there, trying to find representatives and senators.
Perfect.
And trying to get the meetings, you know, trying to lock stuff down, trying to get their attention. You know, sometimes it's hard to get with them, to connect with them. You know, go to lunch, kind of advocate, talk about what you're trying to do. You know, I really think as long as you're working hard, you know, nose to the grind, and getting results, I think that's, you know, whether that be your legislation passing or getting killed or whatever you need to do, you know, that's the name of the game.
Quick, the good stuff, what people want to really know. You know, what would you say is the median salary or like hourly rate for a lobbyist nowadays in areas like Jackson?
I mean, you know, if you're somebody that's been doing it a while and you're kind of on your own and you've got a decent book of clients, it really depends on. Most people do, you know, like a monthly retainer or like a full contract or stuff like that. I mean, if you've been doing it 10 years, you could be making a couple $100,000, you know, $100,000. If you're just getting started, you know, at a firm or doing it on your own, you know, you could probably make between 50 and 100, you know. I mean, it's a good job, you know. I mean, it's long hours and intense work. So I would say most people are probably properly compensated for that. You know, they lay it out when they interview with the client. You know, here's our rate, here's how much it costs, you know, here's a work plan, here's what we're going to do. So
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely make some good money doing this, especially if you've been doing it for a while.
Okay.
It also depends on how many clients you got.
Awesome. So with that being said too, because I know you're about to hit this shot, but you have any, I guess, tips or anything for anyone like that might want to become a lobbyist or?
Get involved in either politics or government, or try an intern somewhere. Just get your foot in the door and work hard, and show your worth. I think that's the best knowledge or insight I could give.
For sure. Well, we really appreciate you, man, hanging out with us while we were hitting some balls at the golf course. I'll probably get the rest of this hole, and that was my guy Neal Lancaster in Jackson, Mississippi, Lobbyist. Catch y'all later.